Tonight on Critical Role. No.
Tonight on Critical Role.
The thing is, that's like a fucking standard.
This is honestly fucking Critical Role if the budget was $2.
Not even if it was $2. This is Critical Role, and we had like a penny left.
Let's see. Tabletop's like $20, but you can get it really cheap if find it on sale. Hull's just stealing maps off Reddit.
Don't give away my secrets.
What you're talking about? Whatever. Anyways, this dice cost me like, I don't know, $5 for the whole bag. So yeah, I was gonna estimate like $40 budget production. I mean, except for like the $1,500 PC that's streaming this.
Yeah. but that was bought for other intentions.
Like, just usual business expenses.
Yeah. You can write that off on your taxes now.
Just write the entire PC off your fucking tax.
Yeah. Work related.
I mean, if you're working remotely, you literally can.
Shit, I should no actually because I use my work laptop. God damn it.
Yeah, that's why like people who like do that work from home shit usually like go, hey, here's your computer for you.
What? Shit. Fuck.
I mean, writing off as a
sweetie.
work expense doesn't affect the employer.
Fair enough.
They do that because they want to monitor you.
Cat just fucking failed to jump at me. Scared the shit out of me too. I was like,
Also,
what the fuck?
I have a feeling there'd be a lot of privacy violations if they tried to monitor your computer.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Okay, so they're on shift currently. Let's see what they're doing. Oh dear God.
Is everybody loaded in?
No.
Alright, so just waiting on Z to get in the roll 20.
Yeah, just.
I'm in the roll 20. I'm not in the tabletop.
Oh, I had that backwards. I looked at the one and said the other.
Are you getting in the box, sweetie? Getting in the box.
What's in the box?
What was in the box was a new face gasket.
Face gasket?
Oh, what?
So that's basically like the nickname for the what is the more commonly known facial interface, basically the pad that sits between your face and the actual VR headset.
Oh.
Because the one that comes with the Index does not work too well with fucking glasses.
Oh,
Wait, you have glasses? You have glasses, Brexit?
Fucking
Yes.
nerd, says the person with glasses.
Nerd. No, I also have glasses.
And yeah, it doesn't work too well, and I ended up getting a blister on the bridge of my nose. That formed and then immediately fucking popped because I hadn't realized it had formed. And yeah, it's just been dying on my face for the last week.
Maybe you should, first of all, get a skincare routine. Second of all, maybe knock it off with the VR.
Nah.
Or also, you could try A, not getting a skin routine because you're a man, and B, dealing with it because you're a man.
Exactly. How I deal with it, I literally got a plaster and just put it over it.
High five.
Why can men not have skincare routines?
Because we're
Fucking men.
Take care of yourselves. You
Alright,
fucking...
character.
Alright,
me and Belotti are on the same fucking wavelength here.
Alright, is everybody in now? Are we all ready? Are we all here?
I am.
They do fromage.
Oh, fromage.
Ow. Okay, that was loud. Turn this down real quick. Okay, is everyone loaded in?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Oh god, Z's next to me. Help.
Just relax, Star.
I'm here to hoard your dice.
Black Star will go in easier.
She's here to hoard the dice and fuck the DM, and she's all out of dice.
I can't make anything comments about that because acknowledging it would probably get me banned.
Acknowledging what? That you're gay?
They're taking out the bum.
I can't acknowledge that I'm gay or say gay, otherwise I get demonetized apparently.
What?
That's pretty gay.
All right.
Start, sweetie,
Pick up.
sweetie,
All right, we're
sweetie.
gonna.
I highly doubt that is the thing that's gonna get you banned.
Yeah. It's gonna be the other shit we say.
No,
Alright,
demonetized. There's a difference between demonetized and banned. Like,
Wait, you're making money off of these?
yeah. What do you? How do you think I'm able to stream? No, okay.
All right, children.
Yes.
OnlyFans.
So, who wants to
Only YouTube.
summarize the last session?
Not it.
Not it.
Not
All right, thank you for volunteering, Star.
Okay, so, what did we do last session? I think we just basically had a bunch of checks to see whether or not we could make it through space. Our engineer, having an expert skill, went, "Lol, I'll just do this like easily."
Yeah,
And
because
we
nothing
proceeded
fucking happened.
to a planet where we landed at a little casino.
I'd say that essentially Belotti was Mass Effect's Shepard
Yeah,
doing a tour of the ship after the mission.
Yeah, pretty much.
and then
Let's
he
go
went
talk
to
to everybody.
Full bang, okay?
If I recall correctly, you also gave me the I'm working on these calibrations answer, Delphine.
Of course it did.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Anyway, let me roll my thing.
I'm Captain Dev, and this is my favorite store on the casino.
But yeah, it was basically a session of figure out how people are handling, how the stowaways are also handling, and hopefully
They're not stowaways because we know they're there, and we let them aboard.
But not everyone who wants to know knows they're there. Specifically
Alright.
the Empire. And yeah. By the way, Brexit, check your direct messages.
I've seen it.
All right.
Can I move text around?
No, you have to delete it and place it again.
Ugh.
All right. So yes, you guys successfully made it without blowing yourselves up in space, thanks to the work of your now very sleep-deprived and exhausted engineer.
You're welcome.
Hey Delphine, what's that
Is
number next to your name?
Probably like hallucinating
I don't know.
random things at this point in time.
It could possibly be your
And
previous
the rest
role.
of y'all are
Yeah.
basically either messing around on the ship or getting ready to go into town. I believe that Belotti and Nass, you two were staying on the ship, yeah?
And Sko as well.
I was fucking knocked.
Sko is doing heavy lifting and flying under the radar.
Okay.
And-
Nass is doing nap
Sleeping. Yeah.
time. doing
Nass is doing a heckin' coma.
Nass is
Yeah.
doing, Nass is doing the coma inside the ship's cargo bay or something like that.
No,
Sko's
no.
lifting
If I
things.
remember correctly, Darik carried me to my room.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then Darik and Kiendra have gone into town, yes?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They're on a date.
Date.
This escalated quickly.
I mean, is it wrong? But anyways, we will, I guess, pick
Looking
up
for
with
real.
Nass post-coma
Okay.
after you finally manage to get some sleep for who knows how long at this point. But, like, it's time to get back up, get some food, and I have a
Yeah.
ship to fix.
Indeed.
So, what are you going to do as you start your morning here?
I'm gonna get up, check my comms.
Has anyone called Nass over the past day, or is everyone just kind of, or not that day, but the past few hours, or has everyone let her sleep peacefully?
Go to sleep.
I did not. Oh.
All right, you have no missed messages on your comm.
Okay.
I can't install any more toolbars on my HoloNet browser.
God damn it.
You've no messages that you've missed on your comms.
Okay. I will just ignore that statement. Then Coffee, breakfast, cargo bay to check. No, not cargo bay, med bay to check on Rasu, and then engineering.
Okay. Rasu is doing Rasu things, floating in the tank,
Mm-hmm.
as per the norm. The doctor and the medic are out doing rounds on everyone else at the moment, but
How is
Shatara.
yeah,
still on permanent, not permanent, but still on life support.
She could really use that tank. You may want to reach in there and slap your brother a couple times.
I'll tap the glass.
Yeah, there's no response.
Okay, yeah. Well, I tried.
Just
He is
treating him like a
very-
goldfish. Just ding, ding, ding.
Just
Right.
to dump a couple fish flakes in the top and then leave.
Yeah.
So that's where that is with that. She's on life support outside the Bacta tank. Really should be in the Bacta tank. Rasu is in the Bacta tank and really can't come out of the Bacta tank. So yeah.
Alrighty. Well, nothing I can do here.
Oh, L.
God damn it, Jim. I'm an engineer, not a doctor.
All right. So you said you're going up to where now?
I'm gonna go down to engineering now.
Okay. Once you get down there,
Who the fuck are all these people, and why are you in my ship?
we're the repair team that's supposed to be helping install these engines.
I will be there working with them,
Okay.
so I can explain it to her.
Okay.
Go ahead then and explain it to her.
These are the repair team. They're working on the engines.
They're putting on that captain's charisma.
Oh god damn it, Belotti.
All right, fine. These are the repair team. They're working on the engines. Finger guns.
Okay.
No, I will explain that that they're doing some overhaul, so you don't have to try and do it all by yourself.
And
So feel
what are
free to
we
hop in and
paying?
help.
What are we paying these people?
Let me worry about that. You just get in there when you're feeling up to it and lend a hand.
Primarily a bottle of my best reserve.
Alright, fine.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, I can. Yeah, and they're going to kind of be like, we're kind of. You can tell it's very cramped for space at the moment. Of you should probably go take a little bit more of a break, or go if you want to go help up in the cargo bay with sorting some of the material we're going to need. But we're stuck. They're literally they've got people just in the way that adding more hands to this is going to cause a problem.
I'm just imagining that there's one person whose
Like
arse is hanging out
space,
of a vent on this.
yeah, literally, we're at that point of space is a commodity down here in engineering.
If Nas wants to take over, I
you've
assume
been
I've been
mostly
supervising. If she
supervising.
wants to take over supervising, I'll go work in the cargo bay and organize
Yeah,
shit.
boss. No offense, but I think your skills are probably more useful somewhere else.
I have an 11 in mechanics. I'm not totally useless.
Yeah, no, I know, but I have an 18 in mechanics.
Yeah.
Anyway, to avoid meta,
I'll turn that over to you and go work on organization.
You're going to help organize things in the cargo bay.
Yep.
Everyone else left? Is it just me, you, and Sko, or?
Yeah, they're taking some R&R.
Sko's probably lifting shit around.
Go is currently being used as a support beam out by one of the engines.
There's just a mechanic standing on his head. He's standing ramrod straight. This mechanic's on his head, fucking
No,
half
Sko,
buried in the engine.
no. Sko is literally helping hold the engine up.
Fair
they
enough.
only had one jack to keep the engine installed. Sto is the other jack.
Okay, fair.
Alright, you heard anything from James?
Just kind of shake my head and
Alright. Well, we're gonna need to get Rasu out of that tank pretty soon if Shatara's gonna make it. I'll have a talk with
the doc and
with their
our
Jarix.
medic.
Yeah.
Remember, we've
Okay.
got their doctor as well, out of character.
Alright, but for now, I'm gonna point at some random schmuck. I'm gonna you out of my engine.
Said random schmuck comes out of the engine.
Come on, shoot.
Joke's on you. He has a 19 in mechanics.
I mean, you could, he moves out of the way if you want to try and get to work on it. It's very much in one of those points though where there's like a bunch of different things going on, and this team has probably worked together for a while.
I'm gonna like. I'm looking at the team and I'm like, okay, fuck, I'll fucking.
From what you can see, they're not incompetent. Like, they actually know what they're doing, and they haven't fucked up any of the repair work you've done. And the repair work that you sat there and went, this is like the shoddiest of the shoddies, has been repaired initially. Like, the ship is no longer on the verge of exploding, but these engines are being yanked out for a complete overhaul. They are fucking fried.
Okay. After like the initial attitude, I'll be like, okay, I best shelf that, and I'll go and see who can give me a briefing and start doing this.
Yeah. Their team leader is outside, like out on the outside, working with some of the engine stuff out there. He's gonna be your best bet.
All right. Enter my engine again. I will.
Oh my!
I'll go talk to your boss. What's his name?
I can't remember if I gave him a name.
Yeah, doesn't matter. I assume I'll recognize him.
Yes, he's gonna be the
This
one.
Is all in character. This is all in character talk, by the way.
I know. I
He's,
just can't.
He's the other guy in the white hard hat.
Yeah.
All right. All right, boss. I hereby evict you from my engine room.
Get the fuck out.
I mean, use him to liaise with the guys. Don't just like.
No, I think they're evicting you.
Oh, me? Oh, yeah, no, I'm already gone.
No, I was evicting you from my engine room. Hence
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
name.
fine.
Hence the use of the word boss.
I'll give her finger guns and walk
You're going to the. You're going. Where are you going, Belotti?
cargo hold.
Okay, so you're gonna help start sorting out the cargo hold. It's a
Yes.
train wreck. It's a train wreck.
It's a train.
Hours of sorting need to take place here. All right, so
Pretty much
Delphine, what are
just
you
doing it by
planning on
myself.
doing then? Are you heading out to like talk to the guy on the outside of the ship, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get a briefing from the head honcho in charge.
Okay. You are able to go outside. You find him pretty easily, and he starts giving you the rundown of like both of the engines are toast. Like, if you started them back up, they're both going to just burn at this point. They're complete rebuilds. Rebuilds on both of them.
Since I'm actually gonna size this man up and probably see like, oh, actually that's a half decent mechanic. I will extend my hand and actually give him a fairly respectful welcome. So, hi, I'm Nasiri. I am the ship's engineer. I've heard that you are here to stop this thing from exploding.
Here to install new engines for you, more like it. I don't know what miracle you pulled off to get this ship here, but she's not launching with those engines again.
No. I'll give you the rundown once we get the engines in, but it was not a fun 36 hours.
Yeah, I can definitely see that based on some of the miracle work you pulled, but
You mean the duct tape?
Yeah, we're currently working on stripping both of the engines out.
Okay.
We're using your droid as a jack stand because we
Yeah.
can't find our other one at the moment.
You just like hear not hi Nasiri. He just
Nice
go and
Go is
it's
literally like unable to move. Like, he is one of two supports holding this engine up at the moment.
like if he moves, he dies.
If he moves, the engine falls.
Okay. I'll give him a wave.
Oh, don't.
I would
retard it.
wave, but
And I'll turn back to this engineer and ask for blueprints, plans. What's the this is the series like full work mode right now. It's just seriousness. And so, what do you got for blueprints? What are we installing? How far are you along?
Our attempt, and he starts going into more detail. Their goal initially is going to be to try and see if the engines can be rebuilt and save, maybe a little bit of money on the rebuilds.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be very close, and more likely probably you're going to have to like rip the engines and just put new ones in. They're also going to try and install the upgrades you have, Belotti, as part of this. But
don't we have upgraded engines that were being installed?
Then they got aborted.
Yeah. Those are what are currently being pulled out of the cargo hold to put
Yep.
in the
So,
engine-mounted
you know,
brackets.
that's what he's going to be trying to get your thruster mods installed for you. But
Okay.
the engines themselves are kind of the bigger problem at the moment as opposed to the thrusters. Like, they can
Okay.
install those thrusters onto any engine they get for you guys. But
Okay.
right now, it's, you know, kind of fucked.
Okay. Well, since I am of no use, since I have missed the first couple hours, I'm assuming, where do you need me?
If you want to just help with supervising out here, it would let me go back inside to keep control of the work they're doing in there.
Okay.
Which, you know, out here, a lot easier to micromanage.
Sounds good. Appreciate the help.
Yep. And he'll leave and head back inside and go into...
Shake his hand and
yep.
go and introduce myself to the crew and...
Yeah, you kind of get the usual nods of like, hey, cool, she's awake and going to babysit us now, but you know, they're busy. They don't have really time to sit around and talk.
And I'll take stock of the situation and, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so not much going on other than just like kind of the usual kind of starting to sit back into your slump, you know, leaning up against a cargo container and watching basically. Like you're on babysitting duty is what you're on at the moment.
Yeah.
Very boring babysitting duty, but important babysitting duty.
Yeah, no.
Especially given, you know, they're pulling the engines out of a starship. This is not something you want to drop.
Nope. And I will every 10, 15 minutes check the comm for various reasons. And for the rest, just keep an eye on them.
Okay. Yeah, they're able to make progress.
This is really not a fuck around and find out situation. I want these engines installed and I want them installed properly.
Yeah, so you're kind of intently focusing on the process then.
Yep. Hang on.
Dice. Okay, that'll work. Alright, it's a little bit of slow going. There's a couple of hang-ups where some of your repairs and overheating have actually fused some parts into the engine to the hull. So they're working on, you know, grinding that kind of stuff out.
Yeah, I'll help where I can, but I know enough to know that I'll probably just get in the way.
Yeah, it's best to stay out of the way and just let it happen.
I'll sort of patrol, keep my eye out.
Yeah, just keep watching on, making sure nobody's about to drop an engine on somebody kind of thing.
Yep.
All right,
Right,
Alex,
it's
are you
right
there?
See?
Huh?
Check your messages.
What?
Check your messages.
Okay, that's fine. What's going on?
Check your messages, please.
I am checking my messages. Where are you talking about?
TeamSpeak.
Oh, okay.
Such good communication. Couple of the year.
Herding cats.
He's switching from fucking Signal to TeamSpeak back to Signal again, and I'm getting confused.
Doodle, choose one and stick to it.
Quick messenger on Facebook and Discord as well.
Oh my god.
Just every time change it up, see which one.
I wish you'd said that about Z, because then I could have said you're asking a bisexual person to choose.
Alright. Okay, thank you. Let me edit this so I'll remember that.
Sorry, I kind of zonked out there.
I just noticed that a tiny bit.
What's going on?
Alright. So, Z, as you're, you know, stumbling along doing your thing, you come across an unlocked hangar bay that, you know, when opened is, you know, as open as it is now. You can see a ship, a Gazanti, kind of sitting there with, you know, a chunk of mechanics forming all over it, several of which you recognize as dockyard staff crew, people who work here. One of which is standing there kind of doing the I'm a supervisor, I watch kind of thing by a crate that isn't wearing any of the, dockyard staff or anything's uniforms. Probably something related to the ship as they're stripping the engines currently out of this Gazanti. The engines themselves look a little chewed up. Nothing, can't quite tell how bad, but that definitely is what it's in here for repairs for. Ramps down, you can see mechanics tools, some extra cargo. They've moved a couple of crates of what look to be possibly medical supplies out of the ship to make room for sorting and work.
Right.
And, the big thing is that nobody, as of right now, has really noticed your presence. There is a droid holding up one of the ship's engines, but his back is to you at this point. Likewise with the Zabrack that seems to be overseeing the project.
In that case, I'm gonna pull out my A180 just in case, and I'm gonna approach the ship.
Okay. Are you just going straight for the ramp into the cargo bay, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find my way, as best as I possibly can, given the condition that I'm currently in, to whatever looks to be the med bay.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth for me, please.
Which one is stealth again?
So you can what you can do is you just pick up a d20 and TTS and you can roll that. And then you'll just add a +5 to the roll.
20. So, d20 plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck's sakes, man. That sucks.
There's a loud crash.
Okay. Z, how have you been injured? We'll start with this.
Okay, so...
How have you previously been injured, or this time from
No,
rolling?
previously been injured. How have you been previously injured? What injury do you have?
Okay, so I've got a couple of blaster hits.
Okay.
Some of them have hit my armor underneath my cloak, and they're okay, but some of them have definitely hurt me. I've got a couple of cuts, and bruises, potentially a broken bone or two from the rather hard landing. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. So cuts, bruises,
Okay.
a couple of broken
So
bones.
okay, so a couple of those cuts are bleeding pretty heavily, and in your state, you don't quite notice that you are actually leaving a pretty distinct blood trail behind you. Like, with the hustle and bustle of everything that's going on, nobody really has noticed you make it up the ramp into the cargo bay, and, in the cargo bay, not a lot of attention is being paid towards the entrance at the moment. Everyone's just kind of busy sorting and moving crates. You're able to kind of start sneaking your way through the cargo bay pretty effectively, still leaving this blood trail, and Nass, at one of these points, you kind of turn around, just, all right, what's
I'm in there as well.
And, about the point that Belotti looks up and sees this too, you don't see a person, but this is a distinct blood trail wandering off one of your hallways. Someone's bleeding pretty fucking badly.
Who's getting blood all over my ship? I'm gonna start following it.
And Nash, you see the blood, obviously outside the ship, leading up the ramp into the cargo bay.
Yeah. I'm gonna, not unsheath, but unhook, I suppose.
Okay.
My quarterstaff. I'm gonna quietly motion for the engineering crew to halt operations for a little bit where possible.
Okay. So they do so.
Radio Dev.
All right, Dev, your comlink clicks to life.
I will answer it as I'm walking along this trail, probably operating under the assumption that one of the crewmen, not one of the crewmen, one of the the deck or the dock crew
Dock
like
crew's hurt.
injured themselves and
Yeah.
is going to the med bay.
Okay.
So, boss, we got company, and it's not one of ours.
At that point, I'll probably put a hand on my blaster.
Okay. Nass, are you following in as well?
Yeah.
I'll let her know. I'm already following this trail. You're sure it's not one of the dock workers?
I would have heard. Engineering accidents don't tend to be quiet. They involve quite a lot of screaming and clashing and metal.
Fair enough.
Alright, so do you keep following it, or do you halt and wait for her?
No, I keep following it.
Okay. Alex, go ahead and roll perception for me.
Which one's that one?
Another d20, and then it'll be the one on your sheet labeled as perception.
Better not be fucking one again.
I'm gonna laugh if it is.
Let's see what we got here.
19. Okay, that's not
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you're
19
able
plus
to,
8.
the sneaking around part. You're considering it a success just because, like, well, damn, no one's seen me yet. Like, there's no alarms going off inside the ship. Like, all
I've
must
not
be
completely
well.
collapsed yet.
I haven't. Yeah, still not quite aware of the fact that you are leaving a pretty distinct blood trail. But you do manage to find the med bay without really any incident. Actually, surprisingly easy to get to. You step in to an actual somewhat surprising sight of a Zabrack sitting in a Bacta tank, like a young Zabrack, teens probably, and then a older human female that is on a buttload of different life support systems and looks like she's literally been blown up like 2 to 3 times and then shot repeatedly.
Nice.
And you are in the bed bay. There is no one else in here other than these 2 patients.
Alright, in that case, I'm gonna look around for some bandages of some sort to try and stop the bleeding on these blaster wounds.
Okay, yeah.
And try and find something.
All right.
My broken bones, too.
Okay, yeah, so you're able to find the bandages and stuff as best you can. The broken bone is obviously making it hard to bandage everything by yourself. For obvious reasons, it's kind of hard to use that limb at the moment.
And Dur and the civilian doctor, whose name I forgot at the moment, are not in there.
They're not in the med bay. No, they're around the ship checking on all the other people that have been
probably
basically doing the rounds, food, sleep, that kind of stuff. These 2 are stable enough now that they can finally be left unattended for periods of time. They're taking advantage of this.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I would like to point out at this point I am screaming in pain inside, but it's just coming out as just very, very sort of pained groans.
Yeah. The standard I've been hit sound in video games.
As I approach, as I follow that trail, am I going to hear that?
As you get closer and closer, you'll probably hear, a couple of grunts.
Score, yeah.
Yeah, like you'll hear a couple of grunts from from there. Obviously, the distinct thing that's leading you to where they're going is, oh, look, that's blood.
Yeah,
like, and whoever this is, you can tell is probably pretty hurt.
I'm gonna try and as we get to the door, I'm gonna sneak in, stealth, and and like pull my blaster.
Okay, roll stealth. See if you can sneak in or not.
That's a 16 with 7 stealth bonus.
Okay.
So 23.
Okay. You're able to turn the corner and get in relatively, unnoticed. And see if you want to go ahead and take it from here, describing your character and what's going on.
Okay, so I'm fairly new to this, so bear with me, okay? So she's a human female. She's got red hair. She's quite broad built, from what you can see, but all she's really got on is a cloak. From what you can see, you can't see anything else underneath. She's got like a little it's kind of hard to explain, but it's like a big staff with a bladed end and a blunt end. The bladed end is at the top, and the blunt end is at the bottom. That's pretty much all you can see is just like this red hair, and it's in a nice intricate sort of hairstyle, but it's a little bit sort of scruffed up from whatever has gone on. Blood all over her face, so you can't really see her face very well at this point in time. Yeah, she's just sort of sitting there grunting, trying to sort herself out at this point in time, and not doing so well.
Where's her rifle? Can I see that? Is it in front of her? Is it on the ground?
So it's sitting next to her at the moment. So she sort of put it down for now. Sort of very bad praxis, but you know, she's hurt, man. Give her a chance.
Yeah.
And it's an A180 blaster pistol. She doesn't have a rifle.
Wait, blaster
She does
pistol?
have a vibroblade nearby though.
The A180 is what Jin had in Rogue One.
Right. Thank you. If it's Gucci, I'm gonna come up behind her, kick the pistol out of her reach, and tell her not to move.
Okay, make a second stealth check. Z, make a perception check.
I'm gonna sort of. I know Nas is pretty bulky, so I'm gonna sort of block the exit.
Okay. So you're stepping into the exit right now?
Yeah.
21.
Is it 26 or is it 24? I can't count. Fuck. No, it's 26.
What'd you get, Belotti?
21.
Okay. And Nas, go ahead and make a stealth check as well for me, please.
Okay.
That is rolls here.
That is not. I literally think I can't beat a 26. Especially not with the natural one.
Okay, so
damn it.
What happens is, Nash, you kind of fumble into the doorway pretty loudly to start this off, just before Dev starts to step towards her to try and, do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And Z, you hear somebody stepping into the doorway pretty loudly behind you. And as you turn to kind of identify that noise, that's when you see somebody else behind you with a weapon that is just starting to step towards you. Still got about 10, 15 feet of distance between the two of you.
Sorry.
So what am I allowed to do in this circumstance?
Whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, whatever the play would, whatever you would do to when suddenly confronted by two people, one of which, both of which are armed.
Whatever your character would do.
I will ask these two, are you guys taking threatening stances towards her right now, or just kind of that
someone is
prepared
holding a blaster pistol currently.
Oh yeah, there's a difference between holding a blaster pistol and aiming a blaster pistol. That's what I'm asking.
For Nas, she's mainly eyes sort of flicking between the back of the tank and this woman, trying to size up her intentions.
Okay.
Not so much. Nas is not very threatening. She's mainly trying to look as bulky as possible in this door to make it clear, like, you're not leaving until we get some answers. But I'm not actively pointing a quarterstaff or a stun baton or a...
Okay. And what about you, Dev?
My blaster's definitely at a, single hand low ready, but I'm not, aiming it directly at her yet.
Okay. So you can go from there, Z. That's what you have. Is they're not taking any, we're about to shoot you kind of stances, but very much who the fuck is this person on our ship?
Okay, so in that case, I'm obviously quickly sizing up the situation that I'm in right now. I turn myself so I'm sort of facing both of them, so I'm side on. I pull the pistol on Dev, and I pull out my vibroblade onto Nasiri.
Obviously, considering I'm across the room.
Yeah, I'm still pointing it at you.
Alright. That's fine.
And I tell you both, just don't come any closer, don't make any sudden moves. I don't want to hurt you. I just need a couple of bandages, and then I'll be out of your way.
Okay, question 1, Captain. How the don't swear in front of your employer. How the hell did she get on the ship without any of us noticing? In a ship hangar? I'm just questions.
Obviously, we did notice. So, you go ahead and put that gun down, and then we'll talk about treating you.
Whoever runs security on the station, they need to get sacked.
I don't have time to talk here. I don't want to. I just need bandages, and then I'll be out of
All
your
right,
way.
put the knife down. Put the knife down.
Put the gun down. I don't give a shit about the knife. Fuck the knife. Put the gun down.
Hey, she's pointing the knife at... Okay.
Across the room. What is she going to do? Stab you across the room?
I could throw it at you.
What is this? The Dick Van Dyke show?
She's aiming a gun at me.
All right, so Z's. So we have here is.
I'm so sorry, but NASA's sleep deprived, so.
No, NASA just had a great nap.
So NASA's standing in the door demanding the knife get put down. Belotti, you're looking at her head on, and yeah, she's fucking injured.
Yeah.
Now that her stance has changed, she's hurt, not this, not I'm just here, probably needs actual medical attention more so than just I'll have some bandages and be on my way.
Yeah. Nas, quiet.
I'm gonna hit the button for the door, and I'm just gonna radio Darik.
Well, he's on the stage.
No, not Darik. Sorry.
The doctors.
Tim.
Yeah, Dur.
Tim. No, Tim's aboard.
Okay.
Yeah, Tim would be aboard.
Okay, so you managed to get a hold of one of the doctors, and you let him know what's going on.
Wait, no. Tim, hold on. Are you calling the doctor or the security staff?
I'm calling Dur Jarix, our actual medic. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's on his way down now.
I would
Z,
prefer
what
to
are
call
you doing?
Tim.
What are you doing from
secure this
there? Since you now have her calling for what sounds to be a doctor, you're not quite sure, and this captain-looking dude standing in front of you, telling you to put the pistol down.
I'm gonna put the pistol down more out of a need to concentrate than anything, and all Nasiri, or if she's in the room still, and Dev are seeing is just me just sort of staring into space or closing my eyes and just completely focused on breathing.
Yeah, boss, she's about to bleed out. I really it.
Alright, well, frankly, I don't give a fuck until I know I'm not going to get shot.
Okay, let's just put the pistol down at this point, so you're no longer being aimed at.
I'll move towards her, shifting around so my weapon hand is behind me, less threateningly. Alright. You're clearly injured. Our doc's on the way. What the fuck happened?
Honestly, it's a long story. Just get me help and then I'll be out of your way. I'll pay you whatever you need.
How about we start with your name?
It's Alan.
How are we spelling that?
Does it matter?
Yeah, this is out of character.
For the notes.
It's out of character, is it?
ALLYN.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, Alan, and let's get you up on one of the spare cots, the spare med beds, whatever they're called.
There's a whole bunch of medical cots and tables and stuff. You've actually been almost leaning against one, using it to help maintain your balance if you just want to sit on that one.
I sit on the bed, I guess.
No, I'm an engineer, not a doctor, but I do know some holes, no fluid's supposed to come out. So
can you go? Can you call for that civilian doctor as well?
Yeah, sure. I'll radio.
Skenris, is that his name?
So you've been able to, you're able to get a hold of both docs. Okay. They're on their way down.
I'm just gonna radio. We have another bleeding woman.
Can hear Dur face palming himself with all four hands from somewhere across the ship.
Stop.
Slap.
Anyways, all right. So the other doctors are on the way down. It's going to take them a couple of minutes to get back down there. So whatever you all want to talk about in that time, feel free to do so.
I'm gonna toss my gun over to Nasiri, and then go. I'll say, keep an eye on her. I'm gonna go help bandage. I have some experience in this now.
Yeah, sure.
For me.
I'll be sure to keep an eye on the heavily bleeding woman.
Yeah, thank you.
Because they're bleeding.
And all you're gonna see from me, Nasiri, is me just clutching on to my little staff thing. And I'm just clutching onto it for dear life. I don't give a crap about the pistol. I don't give a crap about the blade. The staff, though, stays in my hands.
I'm gonna file that away for later.
It's a very intricate staff. You've never seen one before.
Okay.
I don't think.
Nasiri will remember this.
Yeah, it's a very like both of you would notice at this point. It's very intricately designed. It is not just a quarter staff like you just buy off the street corner.
Can I do a galactic lore roll to see if I know what this is?
Go ahead. You can try.
I'll do one too, but I doubt it's gonna work.
That's a 12 with my 11 bonus, so 23.
Holy shit, that is a 12 with my 8 bonus on 4. So I rolled a 12 in total.
So what is a galactic lore check?
Knowledge of the universe, basically.
Yeah.
It's general knowledge about
Cultural
History check
stuff.
in D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Basically, how well do you know your history?
Okay. Yeah,
Well,
okay.
you don't have to roll. It's just for us.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I can say on that front. Or
What'd you get, Belotti? Total?
23.
23. And what'd you get total, Nas?
12.
12. Okay, so definitely it's for the 12. It is a very intricate looking staff.
Yep.
One second.
Feel free to message it to me if you guys prefer to do that way. I don't think it's exactly going to be a topic of conversation at the immediate moment, so.
No, I'm doing multiple things at once too.
I'll get the that up ready though.
Yeah, if you can just get me the page you're pulling your information from, please, Z, and I'll figure it out.
I know where the page is.
Resources.
In the meantime, I'm.
One second. Z, I'm gonna message you something and I'll let you describe it.
And again, if you'd prefer to do it privately, that's fine. In the meantime, I'm definitely going to, pull open a drawer and start pulling out compresses and bandages and shit, and doing a first aid.
Okay, yeah, you're doing the first aid. So yeah, she's fucking hurt. Are you Z? Are you letting him actually remove, armor and stuff like that in order to treat your character?
At this point, I don't really care. So long as my staff stays in my hands, I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to. She's not fighting with you as you do this. You remove some very interesting armor from underneath her cloak, and then kind of get focused on oh shit, that's a lot of holes. She's 3 or 4 blaster injuries that have made it through that armor. Not to mention what looks to be the fact that one of her arms has a very abnormal angle in the upper arm and in the lower arm, definitively, obviously broken.
That's super broke.
This is broken. It's not this might be broken. It's covered.
It's broke.
Covered, and at a distance you can't really tell because it's a subtle change. But once you're up close with it, it's that. That's not straight anymore.
How are you
That's
holding
broken.
on to that stick with that arm?
So I'm gonna go ahead and write down not Beskar.
Yeah. So yeah, do you actually ask her that? How are you holding onto that stick with that arm?
Just slightly incredulously as I'm patching holes.
I wanted to make a stupid "this is the way" joke, but I'm not gonna.
Please don't.
She doesn't really answer you. She just sort of focuses on her breathing.
Like, you can tell this hurts, and she's been bleeding for a while.
That's fair.
Got a couple of burns and stuff on her too. You know, like she's been in some shit for the past, for the past however long this has been going on for. Something's been up.
Man, we could really have used that second fucking back to tank.
So the doctors make it down about that point. They kind of take over from you, Belotti, and you can hear like a lot of like tut-tutting and the Jesus. Okay, the doc, your new doc, kind of looks over to you and goes, "Where do you find all of these hurt people?" And then goes back to work. Like, doesn't even let you actually answer. Just gets back to work.
Man, I have no idea.
Straight back to work.
I'm gonna take her pistol and vibroblade, presuming she's dropped that one as well, and just kind of shuffle them off to the side. Not gonna go in for the staff though. She's definitely attached to it.
Well, I've just remembered something. Just out of game a second here. I have a jetpack on.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
right,
very
you do.
uncomfortable lying down. Okay, yeah. So
Are we sure she's not a Mandalorian?
Are you sure
He's
Darik
not.
isn't?
Yes.
she's definitely not,
Exactly.
because the staff is not anything you've seen before. I'm gonna shut up now. Worse than water.
No?
Fuck.
Oh, that's
So,
okay.
what you get is, you kind of see that it was kind of wrapped up underneath the cloak. Once that starts coming off, like her gear's just kind of getting set off to the side as they're working. They kind of help lay her back. She's still clutching onto this staff that she's holding as, your providers are working on her. She's stabilizing. Like, they're stabilizing her. She wasn't, critically injured like the other two, but she was hurt. And from there, as you guys are watching the work be done, what would you guys like to do? Nas and Dev first. What is your plan?
I don't want to put Z into like a tight spot here, but NASA's like, yeah, well, the doc's got her now. We'll figure out what this is when she stopped bleeding profusely, and I'm gonna head back to my fucking engines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
She's gonna go back to the engines. I'm staying around though.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So Nas heads out.
Yeah.
Belotti, you're sitting there working. The docs are kind of talking back and forth. Z, as they're talking, you kind of get the gist that they're like, yeah, she needs to stay at least 24, 48 hours in the med bay just for treatment and observation and like making sure she's not gonna die.
And at that point, I'm already plotting my escape plan.
And Belotti, you got the message from Z.
Yes. Such as it is.
So, are you going to remain there and talk with her some more? What is your plan? Since, well, Alan's not quite going anywhere at the moment.
I'm gonna ask one of the crew to start mopping up after her.
Okay.
Hey, you want any of this back? No. I'll stick around, but I'm gonna have I'll definitely call for Tim to come stand guard outside.
Okay.
Yeah, once she's fit to, have a conversation. I'll talk to her. I don't know if anyone else needs to get anything done in the meantime.
Oh, well, we got Nas doing her thing. Sko is being a human elevator, well, not human, a droid like Jack stand at the moment. So what are Kiendra and Darik off doing? What are your plans, you two?
I'm mainly looking to get power cells or whatever it is for the carbines and the armory, just to get a stock on them.
Okay.
So I'm looking for a weapon store, whether they have like frags and shit or whatever.
Okay. I mean, Kiendra, what are you doing?
I honestly do not remember why I was going to town.
I believe, if I remember correctly, there was mentions that the casinos here usually allow rented vans and ships so that you can make money, and it's actually somewhat profitable to go here to do that.
Yep. So are you two traveling into town together, or do you go in separately?
At least initially, I'm going to be traveling with him.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys kind of get in through that first casino, and it's the hustle and bustle of a casino, but it's a nice casino. Like, goddamn, you can make some money here. And Darik, you look like it looks like you can also have a good time here.
Would be a good place for shore leave. But I don't have time for such things right now. Darik is very focused on getting the task.
Yeah, getting the stuff you need to get done. All right, so yeah, you're able to ask directions from patrons in the area, and they're like, oh, you just up the street, take a right 2 blocks down. That's where you can buy some supplies. So I'm assuming you're heading off that way. Kiendra, are you going to go with him still, or are you going to stay here, look for a different casino? What's your plan?
First day, I think I'm just going to get the lay of the land.
Okay, so you're just going to kind of go exploring.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you going to be sticking with him initially, or are you going off on your own?
I'll head in the same direction he is, at least till he gets to a place he wants to stop and spend time at.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. And Darik, so you find the
weapon shop.
Yep, you find the weapon shop. I'm assuming you're going inside.
Oh yeah.
All right. Ring, 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 ring. The door goes in. You step inside, and working the counter is another Zabrack, actually. Male, looks to be like 20s to 30s, probably. He kind of gives you that welcome. Welcome in. You can look around the store, to find what you're looking for. You can talk to them, whatever you'd like to do. So it's a decently kept shop. It looks like it's going to have all the stock you need. Like, it's not a scummy, back alley market deal place.
Well, I suspect, obviously, this is where people would stop off if they made a big score, bounty hunting and shit, trying to make a bit more cash and resupply.
It's more of a resupply place. He's got a link to the bounty board there, but...
No. I'm on about, like, if they made a big score, they'd probably come to a casino to try and double it or something.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. But it's above, it's all above ground dealing because they can afford that shit.
Yeah. Just looking around, like, what am I seeing? Like, obviously, power packs for the weapons. We talk like, what kind of ordnance is there here?
Not much heavy ordnance.
Not much. It's
very much like power packs and blasters and things like that. A couple of things there that would be classed as military grade, but you can tell that based on the way this is, you need the proper licensing to purchase that.
Well, if only you had someone who had the connection skill that you could go ask.
I have old ass dog tags, but
yeah, probably not going to cut it right now.
Licensing is a thing you can get.
I know.
But yeah, you've got it's got the different supplies and stuff that you would need.
Are frag grenades classified as military?
I am scrolling through that right now for you.
I think they are.
Frags. Where are they at? Where's the kabooms? Grenade, frag. They are classed as military, yes.
Shit. Fuck. God damn it. I need a resupply, man. I need to resupply my grenades.
But yeah, so, he's got, stuff in here. So what would you like to purchase? Or if you want to talk to him as well, you can. Like,
Hold on. Give me a second.
it's going to be 25.
Belotti? What are you implying with this, good sir?
We've got options. Your old captain won't let you down.
Would I know you have this?
If you're talking about the connection skill, Belotti, I don't think he's seen you do anything related to that yet. So no, he would not.
Not since we started the game. Would there maybe have been something before during the
Probably not,
the
because you were
mercenary?
doing pretty much all above ground stuff at that point. This is the first time you've kind of started to slide in a direction that's like, I need to actually rely on this.
Fair. They were getting stuff at this. Oh, right, because nobody gives a shit at the station. This is an above ground planet.
This is an
right?
above ground place. They actually do care about that. It's no longer, back alley station deals where the rules go out the fucking window.
Well, if you think of a way to let me know, I can.
But yeah. So, all right, what you doing, Brexit? What's your plan?
Seeing as I can't resupply my damn frags, which sucks. I guess I'll just be looking at ammo stocks realistically.
Okay. How much are you wanting to buy?
Is he selling it at the standard price?
He's selling it at standard price. It is 25 credits per power pack.
25 credits per. Is it the damn power pack that I need, or is it the other fucking thing?
Power packs are 25.
Yeah, it's the power pack I need. I'm just checking.
Yep. So it's 25 credits per power pack.
I'm just double checking because obviously this is for the armory rather than myself. Where's my phone for some math? Because I can't be asked to do this in my head.
Lion ass 90s teachers.
I guess I would be using the ship, using the armory expenses, which I would have access of. I guess I'll buy an extra 20 power packs, so that'll be 500 credits. Just to make sure that there's always a good, decent stock in, because we can always recharge them as well. Just you want
to stock. That's fine. So yeah, you're able to make that purchase.
Cool. Does he have power cells as well?
You mean energy cells?
Energy cells, yeah.
Yes, he does have those. Those are 10 credits a pop.
I'll buy 5 of those myself.
All right, so that's 50 credits total.
Does he have any jetpack fuel? I am really just making sure I've got my stocks covered, man. Genuinely.
He does not here.
Shit. That's fine. Looking around, is there like any sort of like modifications that are like for? Actually, wait. Were they in the fucking base one? Oh, I don't think they were. Shit. Oh, let me check.
I'm assuming Kiendra, you go kind of wandering off once he goes into shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn it, they're not in the fucking base saga one. I can't remember what book they're in.
What are you looking for?
I was looking for vibro knuckles, which are basically like rings.
Oh, no, this doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any of that here. This
Yeah.
seems to be more, very, very, very base regular melee weapons and mostly ranged weapons here.
Because I was going to modify them into the armor.
Yeah, nope, he does not. He does not have those here.
Um,
Not in stock.
damn. Well, seeing as I really can't think of anything else I would need to buy off him right now that I can get legally. I guess I'll ask him like, so as you got a bounty board in here, do you get a lot of contracts on this planet?
Oh, well, it's a good place for people to come disappear. So, and he kind of jerks his hand towards it. If you want to look, feel free.
Well, seeing as we're stopping here for a few days, might as well give it a glance.
Nothing really of note is up on the contract board.
Nothing really a note.
Yeah, like just minor, kind of like police action stuff that's going to pop you maybe like 500 credits from the local government for bringing in like
Fucking
this dude that skipped bail and shit like that. Like it's basic contracts.
skipped fucking bail, really? Jesus. Bail skippers, man.
Yeah, like literally, it's that kind of stuff. So if you want to pick any of them up, you can at some point. But just from what you've seen already, finding anyone on this planet would be a
Fucking
bitch.
nightmare. It'll cost you more than the 500.
Probably to find them. Yeah, there's a reason that the board is full of a lot of those contracts.
Maybe
They're
if
not
they
having
fucking-
much luck.
Maybe if they fucking paid some more, they'd get some god. No, I guess that's realistically that's it for Darik
Okay,
at this point.
so you can finish your shopping and head back out.
I'm assuming that obviously this all gets this is going to be like delivered directly to the ship. Because obviously
Oh
they don't
yeah,
want-
I mean if you want to, you can arrange for that to happen.
No,
Be a
'cause
10
we discussed it last time because they don't want us walking through the goddamn casino with a
Yep.
ton of fucking ammunition.
Yep, they will. He'll. It's more. Are you going to arrange the delivery, or is he going to arrange the delivery, kind of thing? Or do you want to have, how are you planning on doing that? Like, are you going to have your own people come out and pick this up, or do you want us to, get it delivered to you? How do you want it moved? That's what he's asking. Do you trust them basically to deliver it to the docking bay yourself, or do you want to move it, come pick it up and get it delivered yourself?
I mean, he's on the up and up.
Yes.
So I highly and I've got my receipts. So yeah, I'll trust him to fucking deliver it.
Okay, cool. And he starts making the arrangements for that. It's like it'll get delivered this afternoon.
Brilliant.
And what are you going to do from there?
Darik really wouldn't have much more in the way of interest of stuff to do here, because obviously he's more focused on making sure everyone stays alive currently after the recent shit show. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. He's gonna go find a general store. He needs to go to a general store.
Okay. All right, so you'll be heading off to do that. Kiendra, what are you wanting to do in particular right now?
I'm just looking to get a general idea of how big of a presence the now Empire has on the planet. To
It's the only smart one out of all of us.
Yeah.
Whether there's certain casinos that I'm going to have better luck at.
Okay.
And I guess keep my ear open for. It's an incredible long shot, but I guess keep my ear open if there's a discount medical somewhere.
Okay.
Including a including 5-finger discount.
5-finger discount on a Bacta tank, I wouldn't say no to.
All right.
Yeah.
Saying.
So roll me 3 different gather information checks.
Alrighty.
First one will be for the Empire presence.
That is crap. 14.
All right. The second one is for information about the casinos.
25.
All right. And third one is, a discount.
Natural 20 for 32.
Okay. You have no idea. Like, there's talk of the Empire and its existence, but the level of presence it has here, it's such a big planet and everything's still happening so recently. You get the sense maybe there's a presence here because it would be good to, establish taxes on this location in order to pull from, the casino winnings that, churn out tons and tons and tons and tons of money. Probably a presence here. How strong it is, who knows?
But I'm not seeing, like, white
There
armor
are
and
not
blast rifles in the seats.
There are not stormtroopers in the streets, no. Like, if they are not patrolling, like, heavily like you would stereotypically see on other problematic planets. If they are here, this planet is not being a problem to them, so they're not fucking with the flow. Casinos wise, take your pick. I mean, like, it's a party world. There's so many goddamn drunk people everywhere that you could get money off of for just the minorest of things without issue. Like, dealer's choice here.
Oh, the other thing trying to figure out about the casino I completely forgot about. How tough they are on cheating and security systems. In that regard.
Pretty tight. They try and run a tight ship, mostly to keep their money up. You get busted cheating, you're probably getting thrown out of that casino, maybe out of several, depending on how well and what you were doing to cheat. Now, they're not quite the underworld will execute you for cheating variety, but if you cheat bad enough, you might get sent to prison. You get the feeling as well that that's probably the cause of a lot of the bail jumping.
What bail jumping?
As for the medical supplies, walking through a couple of the, let's call them more questionable parts of town, you do happen to overhear a couple of conversations. One that is, particularly attention-catching, as it seems, rumor has it, just rumor anyways, of course, don't put any stock in it, that one of the local hospitals had an entire new shipment of Bacta tanks, and Bacta itself get diverted on its recent delivery to the planet somewhere.
Shit.
Nobody knows what's happened to it.
I could have sworn
Great
this was
scandal.
an episode of Firefly.
Great scandal. Much mystery.
All right.
All right, Doge.
So what would you like to do from there?
I guess start poking at that and seeing what more information I can get about that shipment.
Are you talking to people about it, or just over it, listening to conversations, looking around? What's your game plan for that?
I don't think I can really just pick random conversations in the street and hope that they happen to mention it. I guess trying to pull up news stories on it.
Okay.
Mentioning it to people in like bar settings and
Okay. You can pull
like
up the news
about the
settings
weather
now.
type conversation.
Yeah, you can pull up news settings first now. You can do gather information for that. For the talking to people, you're going to end up having to go into the casinos and stuff and actually like talk with these people. So you can do gather information for the news articles now, though.
Okay. Total of 20.
Okay. A couple of them mention it. You gather that definite, like, okay, yeah, the rumor is definitely true based on the stories. It did happen en route to this location where you are now, the city you're in now. But there's no real story other than, it was coming here and now it's disappeared. With your general knowledge of how the underworld, works and everything else, you could guess that if was stolen and not just like shot down or crashed or disappeared, its supply is probably somewhere here in this city.
Okay, so it definitely made it in system.
Yeah. It was actually a shipment, like, on planet. Like, it was being transferred from one place on the planet to another place on the planet. So it is on planet somewhere. Or at least last track of it has, it was on planet. It's been maybe 4 or 5 days since this happened. And there is an ongoing investigation into it as well.
Same planet. I'm just writing notes.
That's fine.
I don't know how much time left in the day I'll have after all that, but
probably not a ton. You're gonna probably either want to head back, at least to your immediate area. You could probably bum around the casino for a bit, like, the party never stops kind of environment.
if the day's getting late, I'll start working my way back.
Okay.
I guess the last thing I'm probably more gonna be towards tomorrow, but trying to keep ears open for the more underground elements. Start poking at those.
Okay.
For that.
All right, so you're heading back. Darik, you said you're going to a general store?
Yeah.
All right, just work up the list of what you want to buy for me, please, and shoot it to me, and I'll let you know your cost.
It's mainly going to be fucking whiskey and cigarettes.
Okay, then yeah, work up the cost and just tell me how much you're buying for that.
Well, we
Hey,
know
Briggs, you
he'll
wanna buy some
disappear for
death
20
sticks?
years.
Mhm.
All right.
And I think I need to quickly drop my. I don't know if there's actually any major droid stores here that'll do anything decent.
Oh, right. Did Sko give you a list of stuff?
He did, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. One of those things I probably don't expect to get because military.
Yeah.
Just like after the engines, like Sko goes with Dev. Hey Dev, you know any like droid shops that you can get shield generator out at? Ain't kidding.
I need my fix, man. I need my mods.
Start
Good.
scratching at the bottom of his.
So
head.
you're doing that. On your way back, roll perception for me, Kanthier, and Brexit. You bought your stuff. Roll perception on your way back as well.
Okay.
24.
Okay.
What is my perception again? I've forgotten. There it is. 27.
All right. On the way back, local police are out and about and seem to be talking to people on the streets and looking around for someone or something. And you both realize that each of those groups that is out does have an Imperial representative with them. Just looks to be like a regular officer, but they're out there and they're looking about. They have not, however, when they look at you guys, like you're clearly seen walking on the streets and stuff. There's no reaction to you guys at all.
Are they questioning people or?
They are talking to people. They're not questioning hardcore. Like they're not being assholes about it. But you can tell they're
have you seen this person type question?
Yes, that kind of stuff. Have you seen this person? Do you know that kind of thing.
Kind of want to listen in as I walk by, see if I.
Gonna stop and inspect a storefront in the vicinity of one.
Okay.
Not deliberately not trying to hide.
Okay.
But
okay. Are you trying to overhear a conversation, or are you just stopping and inspecting a storefront near them?
I would not be against overhearing a conversation.
Okay. And Brexit, you're just trying to walk. You're just walking back to the ship and trying to overhear.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can pick up anything, like any form of like key information, like names.
Roll perception as you go by.
26.
Okay. You are actually walking by, and as you walk by, as somebody walks up to, you recognize Kiendra, actually, standing at a storefront, seeming to be window shopping as this group of officers walks up to her. As you're walking in towards this conversation, Kiendra, one of those, excuse me there, miss.
Yes. Yes.
You haven't happened to have seen anyone go by that has, looked like this recently, have you? And they hold up a picture that matches pretty well the description of Z's character.
But we don't know of this character.
Correct.
No, but you've overheard the description. So that's the description you see on the picture.
I can't say I have. Literally?
Nothing at all. Nobody, running through town or anything like that. Brexit, you're not able to see the picture, but you can definitely tell as you walk by, unless you're stopping, that hey, they're looking for somebody.
They're looking for somebody, but it's clearly not anybody like us. Which
Yeah, they've not recognized you guys. So
could be for one of us, but unless you overheard.
But I'm seeing Kiendra there, like being asked, so I'm gonna take that as okay, it's not her or me in the situation.
Yep.
So,
Kiendra,
I'm further down,
I
but
haven't.
I'm gonna walk further down and sort of chill in the corner and light a cigarette.
Okay. And Kiendra, you're just going to no, I haven't seen them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, keep an eye out for us, will you? And they kind of give you a flyer with the description and then continue on their way, looking a little frustrated. Well, she killed several Imperial personnel, so I would say so. And then they keep walking.
Oh, no! Anyway.
Yes, Imperial, you've heard of the Empire, yes? They kind of now look... one of the Imperial one kind of looks rather annoyed, actually, at this.
I'm afraid I just got off the transport. Didn't exactly have a lot of news in Hyper.
Well, I would highly recommend looking at the news. Again, I would explain it to you, but I'm in a bit of a rush. And they continue off on their way. You can tell that they've probably been asked this question or had that reaction multiple times by now and are hitting that point of it's 2-3 weeks into this. We're fucking sick of this.
Welcome to the fucking Outer Rim, motherfucker.
Yeah, you're in the sticks. You better get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Mark, check your messages.
Is that just our life now? Z and Mark going, check your messages at each other.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I'm still
so what did Kiendra?
confused.
So Kiendra, you're walking down. You did see Darik, continue and looked like he was stopping at one of the corners as he walked by.
Like, I'm not trying to hide. I'm just stopping at that corner, just casually smoking on a cigarette.
I just put my dice back in my spot.
All right, so Kiendra, what are you doing?
I'm gonna kind of look at Darik, just shrug with hands in the air. And
Darik's gonna kick off and walk over. So, they handed Kiendra a flyer, with a picture on it, or just a description?
A picture. It's a very bad picture. It's security cam footage pictures.
Oh, fucking hell.
But it's a picture.
What did they hand you?
Apparently they're looking for someone. And throw it over my shoulder.
Did you just ditch it behind you?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna catch it and have a look myself.
Okay. Yeah, that's the same description there. Just really grainy and not the easiest details to make out.
But if I were to see a person up close, maybe I could ID it to them or something.
Maybe
Is there a
big
bounty on it?
stretch. There's no bounty on it.
A reward?
No.
Nope.
Just literally a missing persons thing.
Weird. Just throw it in the nearest fucking trash can or whatever as they walk by. And then I'm gonna pull my comm and just key it up and call Dev.
Ring ring in the med bay. Ring ring in the med bay. It's been, a little bit. The docs are like, okay, she's stable. We don't have to keep frantically working anymore. We're good at this point. She just needs to rest. And you can Z, you're getting like the very strict like doctor's orders kind of rest so you don't keel over.
Which I am going to defy in 2 seconds. No, I'm probably gonna meditate, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'll answer the
Ring ring. So you answer it?
Go for the captain.
Hey, Dev, while doing this, I'm looking around. Was that like the only Imperial guy that we saw like walking by?
Yeah,
the
like
place?
it like
And
very,
there's no
very
others?
very much like he was probably there because we were looking for somebody, so we should send a representative out with the cops.
And there's nobody else.
Yeah, no other Imperial presence you've seen on the planet.
Oh, how are these cops armed? Like, are they like super tactical? Are they just like British cops? What?
So they're American street officers, I guess. Blaster pistols.
Yeah.
Cloth uniform, utility belt, pistol.
Utility belts, body armor. Maybe a little bit heavier body armor than normal, but you can't really tell if that's just normal for here. But like, they're not, tactical officers or anything like that.
They're not like like the lower levels of Coruscant.
What when you say heavier body armor than American police have?
Like, instead of just body armor for
Instead of just
torso
a bulletproof
armor,
vest under
it's
the
like just
uniform?
Instead of a soft armor.
Yeah, instead of just
Probably
soft armor, it's like
plasteel
plated,
chest
like
plate.
actual armor. And instead of it just being to their chests, they also have like thigh and arm protection. So their armor kit was a little more like, if somebody fights us, we can actually be protected from more forms of physical harm, just not your day-to-day, like someone's being a drunk asshole.
It's a step below riot, but above patrol.
Yes.
Yeah. So, just observing that there's, no other imps or anything around. Just, Cap, the Empire's here. Well, at least one of them.
Oh, lovely.
Looking
You
for
guys
somebody,
staying on the
apparently.
radar?
They're looking for somebody, not us, though.
I'm gonna pause for a moment and kind of look across the room at the hot mess over on one of the beds.
Are you on
Could
speaker?
describe
Or
any
you
of the three
on?
beds.
Are you on? Are you on?
No, I'm not on speaker with a stranger in the.
Okay.
Do tell.
I just give like what I can pull from the description from what I looked at the security cam footage.
Okay.
just quick rundown.
It kind of matches, maybe. Like, it's security cam footage. You know it's trash.
Yeah.
But from what you're being described to, Belotti, it does line up.
Does she have the staff in the security footage?
Do you ask him that?
No, I'm like out of character. Does she have it?
Yes.
Does he describe that to me?
Would you have described that?
Well, I would describe a fucking unique weapon like that.
Well, in the security footage, it just looks like a staff. Like, you can't see the level of detail into it there.
But it a staff with a
kind of
blade on
stick?
the end.
Yeah, well, if you can't even really tell there's a blade on the end of the stick. Like, it's bad security cam footage.
I mean,
So she's holding it. If the person is holding a staff of sorts, maybe something on the end of it, you can't quite tell.
If they had a staff or something. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's crap footage.
Bring it back with you.
I ditched it.
Go find it.
I'm not digging in the damn trash.
Darik, please go find it.
Why are you so intrigued on this?
Just trust me.
Has something happened?
In a manner of speaking.
I'm gonna be back at the ship in a few minutes. Just hold on.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna cut it.
What happened?
I'm getting that terrible feeling in my gut that we may have an issue. And
Is
I'm
this
hoping
another
it's
issue
not.
like the Wookiee?
I'm hoping it's not linked. I'm hoping.
Captain.
I have a suggestion for a new inscription above the door.
Is the line still open?
I got it.
Okay.
Do you go looking for the paper?
Well, I'm assuming they would have put like more up.
I mean, yeah, they have. So you can just rip one down if you
Yeah,
want.
I'm just gonna rip one down as I walk by.
Yeah, you grab it. And you make it back to the ship without incident. Sko is now free of his engine holding duties, and I'm assuming someone has back briefed him on the friend inside the ship at least at some point, either through like a message or something.
Tim probably did while he was mopping up the blood.
Okay. Yeah, so Tim's let Sko know. Sko, you are free as well. What are you doing once you're free of engine detail?
Since Tim's preoccupied with security, he's taking up security, doing rounds around the ship.
Okay.
Making sure the Wookiees are safe and not destroying shit.
Yep. Nah. They're not. The Wookiees are actually being very helpful with the sorting operation and everything else. As helpful as they can be when they don't speak.
Wait,
no.
And
the
not
Wookiees
letting them
are still
outside.
hiding upstairs.
Not letting them.
Oh, you
outside.
kept them. Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
But you were still going to keep them. Gotcha.
Then,
yeah, the Wookiees are very. Then in that case, the Wookiees are very stir crazy. But
I assume they have been impressed upon with the need to,
yes, but not very happy about it because
we'll buy them some holovids later. It's fine.
I'm sure there's like Wookiee porn or something we can get.
I wasn't saying it like that.
Anyways,
you were implying it heavily.
No, I am implying movies, motherfucker, not that kind of movie.
Yeah, no, I don't want the repair crew seeing them. So, like, once the repair crew goes home for the day, they can have free run of the ship. But
until then.
All right. Well, the crew is going home for the day. As Kiendra and Darik, you get back to the ship. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go find where the fucking captain is. So
Okay.
I'm asking the nearest fucking person.
Down at the med bay, I think.
Down at the med bay. So Darik is going straight off to the med bay.
All right. Tim is kind of outside the door holding security, but it's that half-assed, like, I'm holding security, but I really don't need to be holding security kind of thing.
man, I wish I had a smoke right now.
Yeah, basically.
I'm just going to like arrive at the door.
Hey, Darik.
What's going on?
Well, I'm currently standing guard for the captain here because of her. And he kind of points to the person that's sitting, meditating on the.
So the door's open,
yeah.
right? So I look at it, I just see this person meditating. I'm just gonna pull the flyer again.
Mm-hmm. And you're walking
Look
up to
at
the Are you walking up to the captain?
No, I'm still at the door, like in front of Tim. I look at the flyer, look back.
It's pretty close, like I described it.
Darik gets that fucking eye twitch of, this is a major security breach. Why is this happening now?
I'm sitting on a chair in there, probably going over a data pad.
Just gonna fold it back over. Because I would have bought a bunch of extra packs, because fucking security would probably smoke a lot. Just gonna hand.
Hey, where's my pack of cigarettes?
You're a droid, fuck off.
Just glue one to roughly where his mouth would be.
All right.
As
So
what do you?
All right. So you walk into the room, and Darik has arrived now. Dev.
I'm just gonna like. So Dev's like, look at. You probably just hears a footstep land near him.
Oh, hello.
Hi. I'm just gonna.
You got that
hand him.
thing?
You got that thing?
Briggs?
Yeah, I've handed it over. I'm handing it over to you.
Okay.
He's not saying a word. He's just handing it to you. And then he's siding himself, and has his hands like ready to draw if necessary, while looking down at Dev, and that like he's got the angle that he can keep her in view as well as be like looking like he's looking at Dev from the corner.
Yeah. And did it say on that sheet like what she had done, or is it just
It is just that they're looking for this person with no reward listed on it.
gonna hand over the sheet. Say, hey, you don't seem to be terribly popular around here.
Nope.
The strong, silent type.
I just continue my meditation.
Cap, we're already in a lot of hot water as it is.
Yeah, I noticed.
And this just add more with this situation.
Yeah. Oh, she kind of helped herself aboard, so.
Oh, so she just got on board herself. Brilliant. Even better.
I mean, our chief of security was on a break, so
Well,
I can't really.
I'm assuming that, like, as I've been out, like, the deliveries happened for the armory, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been delivered and it's been packed away and everything.
Yeah, I was making sure the armory's stocked and getting some personal bits.
Oh, how'd the armory stock go?
Best I could get is ammo for the blasters. I couldn't get anything higher and license required and all that.
What? You have a license for that stuff?
No.
You need
I
a
can get-
license for that stuff?
Anything more than blaster rounds, yeah.
Oh, I might know a guy.
That would have been good to know earlier.
We'll deal with it later. In the meantime, we need to figure out what we're going to do with our guest here. Or what she wants to do, even. Saying this out loud, so she's welcome to chime in.
And I'll add one caveat to Alex. In your meditations, you get a strange pull sensation, just like a gut feeling that young kid in that tank is important to this group for some reason.
Oh, Christ, another one.
Very important to this group.
Okay.
Just a gigantic fuck-off force beacon, this whole ship. We fly within the system of anyone who's vaguely force-sensitive and have a hard-on and not know why.
Shit.
Okay, so start a game here a minute. Are you sort of putting the onus on me to decide where I'm going?
Yes.
She's asking what you want to do. Given that they know you're on the run from the Empire and stuff, they haven't quite given you the information yet that they're on the run as well. That pull you're feeling, though, is something that, or that feeling you get is like, there's something on this ship that matches, how I feel from time to time. Basically, you know that there's somebody else here who has a similar sensation.
Right. In that case, back in game a second here. What are your feelings on the Empire?
Straight up ass.
I'm just gonna laugh.
You
Just
our feelings on the Empire.
Head back.
We've got a few
laugh.
weapons from them that we liberated.
We're about as big a fan of them as they are of us. And we'll leave it at that.
How many were there in that hangar? I can't remember. It's too many.
Quite a few.
Doesn't matter, they're all dead now.
Yeah.
Has Nass and Sko joined you guys down in the bed bay then? And I'm assuming Kiendra kind of tagged along.
I mean, at this point,
I have a feeling that given we already had one security breach, Go's just gonna
Okay, so Sko's gonna stay on duty. Nass, are you coming
how
back
are,
down the bed bay?
how are my engines looking?
I mean, they're out of the
repair
ship.
crew's done for the day.
Yeah, the repair crew's finished for the day.
Yeah, I know, but how are my engines looking?
I mean, they're out of the ship.
Alright,
That job starts tomorrow.
so
The fact
we're-
that it took all day to get them out of the ship does not set a good tone.
So we are definitely not going anywhere.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna check my cell phone.
Okay.
Cell phone equivalent.
Cute for your text from your babe.
Yes. No. Really though, I am gonna check my comms. If something, I'm still gonna head down to the mid bay because is that weird chick still on board? What's happening?
No messages.
What's happening with that?
Yeah, no messages, and you headed down to the med bay.
Did you pop your head around the corner and say, "Is that weird chick still here?"
What's the deal with stowaways?
Oh my god. And Kiendra, are you going down as well to the med bay with Darik, or are you going to go somewhere else? Just so I know where everyone is.
Kiendra I would have split up initially from Darik, but headed to the med bay to talk to Dev.
Okay, so
Assuming
we'll say that
be there.
Yeah, we'll say that the rest of our guests, aside from Sko, arrive right about the point to hear the what are your feelings on the Empire question and the hysterical laughter from the captain that follows. So that's your response there, Z, is the laughter of, you can tell these guys do not like them.
In that case, I sort of chuckle along, and continuing to not open my eyes. I just out of game a minute. It is the person in the back tank, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just point over to the back tank and go, "What's her story?"
His.
Sorry.
I don't think Mark said that actually.
Yeah, I got confused.
Well, you probably would have been able to ID that it was a male when you saw the back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think she was really focused, so what's their story would fit, but that's fine. So who wants to answer that question?
There we go.
That is my mechanic's brother.
Amazing.
I'm gonna like look at the captain and be like, for real? You're just gonna okay.
I'm not telling her anything else. I don't know that she's like suspecting he's force sensitive.
Yeah, that is my brother.
What happened?
He got hurt.
By whom?
People.
What people?
I'm just watching. What tonight on 20 Quest?
There's
People
definitely
we do not like.
Now I'm watching and grinning.
So at this point, I'm sort of putting two and two together.
Yeah, you can probably tell that some
someone with a 20-kilo cred bounty on their head.
And a lot of fucking bullet holes.
She has
blaster
no bounty
holes.
on her head. That's the thing.
Yeah, but does she know that?
That's a
point.
bluff.
Ooh.
Can't there.
Yeah, there's a bluff. Roll it.
Let's see, what is that fucking...
Deception.
There it is. $24.
Okay. And Z, to answer your question, yeah, you probably have put two and two together based on hysterical laughter and then the mechanics KG thing that she's probably being more protective of this because, like, relation, doesn't want anything to happen to her brother, doesn't really know who or what you are at the moment, other than you've asked that question on not liking the Empire, but probably something related to the ongoing events of the end of the Clone Wars and the Purge and everything else that's happened. In one way or another.
The Purg.
Also, I think the reason, like, me and fucking Dev are, on that protective is because she's heavily outnumbered in this room right now.
Yeah, like, and mostly I'd rather give the "it's my mechanic's brother" explanation than it's a Padawan explanation. So.
Yeah, probably the best.
Yeah.
And then from there, and as you then hear, this new voice mention this fact that there's this bounty on your head. And now that we have all these people in the room, time to make some dice rolls. You guys can continue your conversation for me.
Oh no.
So yeah, the people we do not like.
So, your enemy.
No, it's our friends that shoot up brothers and sisters.
And your enemy is the Empire?
Jesus Christ, do I need to make a drawing?
Yes.
Would you like a flowchart?
I'm delirious here, okay?
Yes, it was the Empire.
Okay, cool. And in that case,
It wasn't
the enemy of my
it wasn't
enemy
the
is my
Empire
friend.
at that point.
Semantics.
Semantics, yeah. But yeah. You are the enemy of my enemy, therefore my friend.
Well, I don't put a whole lot of faith in that. Not without some
Kanthier
more
message.
detail.
What is the Star Wars equivalent of an insight check? Would that be social science?
Insight check would probably be.
We'll go with gather information.
Gather information?
Best I can think of. So if anyone wants to insight check what she's saying, feel free.
I will definitely. I would like to just point to the paper that I handed her, presumably, and say, "What was this about?"
Oh, that's a fucking
15,
second.
by the way.
Okay, there's a little bit too much going on right now. What am I following?
Right. So what is happening is Dev is handing you a flyer that basically has security camera footage of you. Me and Delphine just rolled gather
See if you're
information
full of
check
shit or not.
to see if you're full of shit. And so basically, if you are lying, you roll a deception. If you're not lying, then
You just...
No, it's my call, and if
it's your
she rolls or
yeah,
not. And what did you roll, Brexit? So I know.
I rolled a 6, so I'm fucking.
Okay. As far as
I'm
you two
stupid.
both know, she's telling the truth. And then Z can't. Belotti was asking what led up to this, like the security cam footage and the implications behind the flyer.
Let's just say a misunderstanding.
With whom?
The Empire. I'll answer for her, just like kind of deadpan.
Yup.
Was it a misunderstanding that wound you up in our med bay?
No, it was a misunderstanding that landed me in flying unicorn land.
The hell's a unicorn?
What's a unicorn?
It's like a tauntaun, but with one.
A uniton, that's what we're going to call those from now on. You all now know what unitons are. You're welcome.
Oh god.
God. I knew that was gonna get some shit.
So, hang on. I mean, to be fair, from what we've seen, boss, it's not that hard to get shot at by the Empire.
No, you just gotta sneeze in their general area and they'll start shooting, but...
Yeah. So what did you do to earn these
they're canvassing for you out there, so, like...
Yeah.
You rubbed somebody the wrong way. I'd kind of like to know what you did before I determine how involved we're going to get with you.
Okay. I'll square with you. So, you know how they're doing this whole purge thing, right?
We're familiar.
Vaguely.
Well, I stole some armor from an ancient warrior. And obviously their staff. And they seem to think that I'm one of them. As a result, they're chasing me down.
Why not just get modern armor? Technological innovation's usually a good thing.
This armor is of particular sentimental value.
I'm gonna. Who's closest to me?
I don't know how you guys are standing there. You guys are all kind of in a group at this point, so you're closest to everybody. Dev's probably in the middle, so I guess everyone will be closest to Dev.
I'm just gonna lean to. I don't know who's. How many of us are there?
The size of our med bay, like a couple of you guys are probably out crowded around in the hall.
In the doorway, but like you
Yeah.
can still see the conversation.
I have rolled a d6 and I have determined that I'm gonna lean towards Darik. And I'm gonna be like, oh, I mean, we stole a Jedi, so.
Ooh, are you actually saying that?
She's saying that.
mumbling and whispering, like.
So you roll a perception check, and Delphine.
Yeah.
D20.
Yeah, roll a d20 and add your perception. Yeah, it's always d20 for any skill checks. Let me add your perception and roll a stealth check, Delphine.
Cool.
That is a 7, but I would very much like to use my force die.
Okay.
Oh, an 8 total?
No, she has
no.
a 16 total.
Okay. Stealth. Hang on. Let me see.
I
That
got
would
16 in
be.
total.
Yeah, that would be a 10 for me. I'm gonna use my force roll and make that a 20.
Okay. Yeah. So you see her lean over and mumble something into somebody's ear. You're not quite able to make out what it is, though. You catch the movement. You don't quite catch the words.
So I just silently just sort of stare at her.
I'll shrug.
That's not family friendly.
All right. So continuing, you have gotten her explanation, and Kanthier, you asked a question of why sentimental value was the answer you got back.
Mm-hmm. What was it? Your great-great-great-grandfather's armor that he got shot in or something?
It was my first kill.
And the mood in the room shifts, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, that's typical bounty hunter talk.
There's a reason Darik has been had his hand hovering over his blaster this entire time.
And how old does she look?
About 30.
Okay.
Humans apparently have a very different definition of ancient than what I'm used to.
I'm older than I look.
I mean, I wouldn't presume to judge, but...
Technology's advanced these days.
Hmm.
I'm not so shallow about it, though.
So, is there a particular reason the Empire is after this set of armor?
Mainly part of the Purge, I think. I don't know. I don't know the specifics. I just know that
Why
they're
would they care? The Purge is Jedi targeted. Why would they care about some random ass armor?
As far as I know, it's not just Jedi.
It just seems to be general prescriptions. Like anyone they think is going to be the threat's going bye-bye.
They're not exactly showing prejudice, let's put it that way.
I mean, what's one more mouth to feed?
I'll make it worth your while.
It's another nail in the coffin, but hey, I mean,
Another
coffin's
pain in my
mostly
neck.
made of nails at this point.
Also, Cap, update on the coffin. The engines are out. We are definitely not moving before tomorrow.
Oh, good. I understand it's necessary. It doesn't make me feel any better about it.
Nope. But at least we're not going to blow up. Not from internal combustion, at least. Who knows what else, but...
Go ahead and go into my office and knock on my wooden desk, please.
I'll put that on the to-do list.
Now.
Fine! I'll literally just walk out.
I wasn't joking. It's across the hall and down 2 doors. You'll be fine.
Yeah. On the way there, I'm gonna check my comms, and then I'm gonna come back.
Entry for Devicat. Yes. Fucking knock on wood.
Okay, so after that's done, I will report back. Wood knocked on, sir?
Thank you. Just trying to figure out if we have any free beds.
I'll sleep on the floor.
You can sleep here.
Well, because if we have somebody get wounded, that's where they're going.
That is a fair point.
That is a fair point.
Is she still armed?
She's got the
Aside
staff
from the
there.
pointy
got the
stick.
staff, but that's it.
Got the pointy stick, and that's it.
Speaking of the pointy stick, what's with the pointy stick?
Sentimental value.
I assume that goes along with the armor.
Even is
Yes.
that?
Now her second kill.
No, they came as a pairing, I guess.
I see.
As a set.
Just visually, the pointy stick, is it solid? Is it technological? Is it?
It's kind of like a halberd. It's got some weird markings on it.
But it doesn't look technological at all.
No, it's pretty old.
I
I think it was more of a display piece than anything.
all metal, I assume.
Yeah.
Well, we can't exactly throw her off the ship for now. So
Yeah, don't need no imps sniffing around us.
I believe that would not prove a problem considering the number of Wookiees we have on board.
I hadn't told her about those yet, but
Now you have. And
Cookies?
yeah, Alex, you would know that there's
Yes,
been
they're
stuff
rather
going on.
tall and have a lot of fur. They tend to tear things off of.
I know what
tear things off
Wookiees are.
people.
I'm just thinking they make a nice
No.
mattress.
I wouldn't
Let's
want to lay
just-
with one.
let's just say you're not the only stowaway on
conveniently
this
for you,
goddamn ship.
you may be bunking with them. So
Yep.
go ahead and ask them if one of them will offer to be a mattress.
Hmm.
See
I
how that
prefer to
turns
sleep
out
alone
for you.
if possible.
Word of advice: let them win.
Yeah, we'll see. We're a little full up at the moment.
Yeah.
Kind of non-negotiable.
Well, it's my ship. You can leave on it or leave.
I have something that may work.
Mm-hmm.
I landed my shuttle here not long ago. It's a small thing, not very good. I need a little servicing here and there, but mechanic seems half decent, so.
Excuse me?
She's definitely that.
Oof.
I mean, understatement, but sure.
That's the point.
Can we even fit that in the cargo bay, though?
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
It depends on what shuttle it is. You might,
Yeah.
a Gazanti should be able to fit a shuttle in its cargo bay.
Yeah, but given the amount of shit we have in our cargo bay.
Well, now that the engines are gone, there's considerably more
That's
space.
true. That is true.
And having a shuttle is actually useful.
Sure,
Yeah.
I can give your shuttle a once over. My hourly rate is.
You go ahead and charge her. She's not part of the crew.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure why we're giving sanctuary to an admitted murderer.
I
I'm a
mean,
bounty hunter, it's well.
I'm just gonna look at Kiendra and gesture vaguely around the room.
How many people do you think I've killed?
I don't know about the rest of you, but my hands are clean.
Are they?
No, they're not.
How do you think I got extra blaster rounds off with the ship's cannons?
There's a difference between taking someone down that's trying to end you and murder.
Who says I murdered anyone?
What do you think
You?
killing in war is?
I said killed, not murdered.
Alright, guys, I am far too tired for philosophical discussions.
Are you sure that's really the best time to have them?
Yeah. It's like being high and having them. It's great.
Well,
Not sure what you can do with a U-wing mechanic. The prototype. They're not really well known these days, but it's something.
the name's Nasiri.
Mechanic.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, there, crazy lady.
Yeah, that's how you respond.
I'll give it a look once the engines are fitted and I've got some other shit to look at.
I might need to give someone coordinates to go get it. I can't exactly go outside right now.
We have Darik for that.
Darik,
Oh,
can
yeah.
you fly a shuttle?
Better not crash that thing.
I mean, I got a piloting mod of 9.
Oh, that'll do.
Remember, heavily dex based.
I'm gonna Sko,
Fuck
can you
it. If anything happens to me, you can fly our ship.
Sko, can you fly?
The air responds with
Yeah, Sko's not
Go's
there.
not there.
Oh, right. Sko's not there.
I'll give you the shuttle on the condition that that is where I sleep.
In the shuttle?
In the shuttle.
Even if we can find you a bunk?
Even if you can find me a bunk, I sleep alone.
Alright.
That
Not
explains
really.
your disposition.
I mean, a room. Like,
If I can fit and anchor your shuttle, yeah.
I don't care if it's a little bit of a bumpy ride. I'd just rather sleep alone.
We'll get that for you tomorrow.
I don't care if it's a little bit of a bumpy ride. I just prefer to be alone.
I mean,
Alright.
unless we're running night ops. But I doubt we are.
actually, at the risk of sleep deprivation, probably, I don't know how hot this shuttle is, but
And we have no idea where the fuck it is.
alright.
How far out.
It can
Not-
be hot, it can be seething, it can be full of gas for all I care. I sleep alone.
No,
That's not what he meant.
That's not the points we're making here.
by hot, I mean how stolen is it?
And how much?
How much attention
Well, it's-
would it draw?
Aren't you a bounty hunter? You should know this language stuff.
I'm new to this, leave me alone.
So, wait, you're a novice bounty hunter?
No,
Like,
she.
No,
That
no,
was
that was out of character.
Out of character.
She just
I would have found it
missed
funny
it.
if she was a fucking novice bounty hunter trying to be a badass bounty hunter.
one asshole from
The
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh god.
She's just got a really high deception.
yeah. She's a bard. No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fuck everyone on the ship by the time I'm done. That is my destiny on my
Too
character sheet now, is to fuck everyone on the ship.
Too fucking bad. The series second. Well, in theory.
No, that's fine, I can do threesomes.
So how you gonna fuck a droid?
Vibrator
Oh,
attachments.
I'll
Yes,
attach
I'm sure there's an
I was
attachment
gonna say
for that.
droids are just expensive vibrators.
Plug
But
and play,
anyways, anyways,
Anyway, how?
the ship is
how-
not super hot when it comes to being
Okay.
stolen or anything like that.
Yes, and how aware is the umpire of the ship, Miss Allen?
It is
Um,
outside of the city here. Z is where you had it set down at.
yeah. So it is outside of the city area.
No, and are they aware that it's yours?
It's maybe not mine.
Brilliant.
Well, it's mine now. Finders keepers, I guess, but
Not how that works.
Unlikely that the Empire would know specifically that.
Yeah, but
taken
we gotta deal
possession
with the
of it.
fucking control tower and bring that fucker in.
I can probably bring you something up to cloak you.
Cloak it.
It's not gonna help. It's not gonna help their window, but
Oh,
Bring it in low.
radar cloaking. Those
Yeah.
who just say,
Yeah, fucking. It's more of I gotta get it past the tower. That's the fucking issue.
What are the dimensions on this thing?
Or if we can, I don't know, get it lined up with our fucking codes, like it's part of our ship or something.
hey, I've already swapped out one IFF.
Yeah, but can you jury rig an IFF from not being there, or are you coming with me?
I mean, if you're gonna fly an unfamiliar ship, having the mechanic with you, it's probably not the worst idea in the world.
out of game a second. In terms of dimensions, it's basically a U-wing without the S-foils.
Okay.
I mean, in character, I was asking.
Oh, okay. In that case, it's a U-wing without the S-foils.
It is small
I
enough
would
you can
have-
cram it into the shuttle bay.
Presumably, wouldn't know what a U-wing is at this point.
Fuck.
The dimensions you
I'm
described,
making Z
yeah.
work for this.
Mm. When did the U-wing come out?
So you did say it was a prototype, so it's probably brand spanking new.
Steel's brand spanking new prototype. Not hot at all, we swear.
It's more they probably haven't realized it's been stolen yet.
We'll
Brilliant.
spray paint it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, give it a cool new paint job.
Yeah, file off the serial numbers. It'll be okay. I mean, I don't know if I can, but I mean, I can jury rig.
I mean,
An
it's a
IFF?
prototype, so would it have a transponder necessarily?
Most shuttles would have some form of transponder.
The problem is not
Yeah.
if I can do it. The problem is if I have time to do it.
But we gotta go all the way outside the city to go get the fucking thing. So we'll be
How are
up-
we going to get there, by the way?
You got your bike?
I do have my bike, but that will only fit 2.
Yeah, only 2 of us are going.
And how? And how are we going to get that bike back?
It's a shuttle.
It's got space to put the bike on it.
Park it on
Okay.
the shuttle.
All right. I mean, sure. Give me 2 hours.
Oh, boy.
That's just trying to figure out if we're gonna have room for it because we've
You
got
will have room for it.
45 tons of space left.
It will take some finagling, but you would be able to, with some stacking and repacking and cramming of objects and probably selling some stuff too for some money you need to make, you'll be able to make it fit.
I mean, we got bulk
Plus,
medical supplies
yeah.
that we can't be fucking using right now.
Yeah. Plus, you can always, it's a shuttle. If the shuttle needs to be storage space for a little bit,
Yeah, we can just throw shit on the shuttle. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
but you will be able to fit it.
All right. DM.
DM says so.
I would very much like to head to engineering and see if I can MacGyver up an IFF.
Feel free to work on doing that for us as well. We got slightly interrupted when we were waiting on new identification from Shitara.
I'm gonna turn to I'm gonna turn to Dev with my hands full of oil still. Just be like, I'll put it on the to-do list.
Who the hell is
Thank you.
Shitaru?
Shitara, that's that person. I'm just gonna kind of point over to the bed with the other.
Wait, how did she know that name?
He just said it.
I just said it.
Just said it,
Oh,
dum
yeah,
dum.
yeah, yeah. I wasn't paying too much attention. Sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, I'll just kind of point to the other
Unconscious woman.
occupied bed.
Not vegetable?
All right. Derek, I might actually need you to come with me. I'm familiar with IFFs, but I have a feeling you know more about this stuff than I do.
All right. So Darik is gonna turn, and as he turns, it's literally his hand is still in that position, and he just fucking like stretches his fingers out because he's been holding that position to quick draw his blaster this entire time.
Sure. All right, DM.
So, when you guys are getting back, radio us, and we'll drop the cargo hatch so you can swing in.
We're not leaving.
We're not departing yet. We're gonna go route the IFF
Right,
to the
right.
shuttle.
I assumed you were departing after doing that.
Yeah. So, what am I rolling?
To make a new one.
Yeah.
Mechanics.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Ooh, that is a cool 32.
Yeah, you're able to produce one without much issue in the 2 hours you have.
Mechanic.
You've gotten well, and you have enough experience with it from the couple of rapid work you've had to do recently that you're able to successfully pull it off.
Yeah, well, it's not pretty, but it'll work.
Have you aligned it to the Gazanti? So
Yeah.
that the tower will recognize it as our shuttle. They might question where the fuck it came from, but
What's our cover story?
we were picking it up.
Yeah, sure. Alrighty. I'll have a spare helmet for you, so we're... Alright.
Alright, so you guys are going to head out and do that.
Yeah, just
All
on
right,
the bike.
So, with our beloved split the party moment, I think that will be a good part to end the session on for the day with your new guests sitting inside the med bay with the rest of you and the party split. And we'll let you all fester with 2 weeks of split the party worries.
I will also point out,
Welcome,
Darik is
Dee.
not stupid enough to go outside the city without his gear. He is equipped. I'm
Yeah.
gonna point that out right the fuck now.
But
Yeah,
we
of
will
course.
we will call that where we are.
Yay!
Welcome, Z.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Sorry, my character's such an asshole.
No, it's cool.
We're used to it.
Don't
I like
worry.
it.
Character development is a beautiful thing.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
So get ready to come out of your shell.
I mean,
You're coming out of the shell kicking and screaming is what they're saying.
Yep.
Nasiri's coming out of her shell mainly because whole fucking thing's gone to shit.